Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Frank Ornito sitting alongside Kate Czaplinski and John Kovac. No Kevin Coleman this weekend, but we're going to make do. And John, let me start with you. Not two teams we're used to seeing here on the HAN Network, but after a standout performance in Week 1, this is where we want to be.
Two teams we're glad to bring you two evenly matched teams. They were evenly matched last year, a 1-point, 12-11 game won by West Hill. Both finished last year 4-6, and we'll get to this later, but both teams put up basketball-like scores last week.
Both finished at 4-6, but they're two teams that we expect to be on the rise, and one of them is going to make a big statement here tonight at making their claim towards being a state championship contender. Kate, on the other side, we're looking forward to what your community piece will be this week, but before that, you've got some news down the post road. It'll be the first ever night football game at Darien High School. That one getting underway at 6 o'clock, and there are concerns outside the stadium that you wanted to bring up here.
Well, right. Police in Darien have issued some safety and traffic advisories there because they are expecting a huge crowd for that first game under the lights. Now, there's only going to be one way into the stadium. That's going to be through High School Road. You will not be able to enter through other ways, and they're really asking people to carpool. Parking is very limited around there, and of course, just, be patient because I think it's going to be quite busy. Of course, they'll be checking bags and such just to make sure nobody's bringing anything inappropriate in, but I think it's going to be a great game. You can follow Darien Times on Twitter for what's happening in that game.
They are playing the Brian McMahon Senators, looking for win number 27 in a row are the Blue Wave. Let's come back up the post road off of County Road here to Norwalk High. Kate, your community piece this week, what can we expect?
Well, I'm going to be having on Norwalk High teacher Kyle Seberg and some of his students that are part of a new program, Digital Media Pathways. They're going to be telling us more about that. It's an exciting new program here at Norwalk High.
John, you are going to catch up with head coach Frank Marcuccio and a couple members of the Vikings football team. What are you expecting to hear from those men coming off their 50-27 victory over the Fairfield Ludlow Falcons?
I think you'll hear a lot from them about how hard they've worked this offseason and how hard they have worked this past week to try to avoid turning the ball over 7 times, which they remarkably were able to do and still hang 50 points and win by 23 against Fairfield Ludlow.
When we get back from our first break, I'm going to be joined with head coach Sean Ireland and A.J. Hall of the Norwalk Bears. They put up 68 on the Hampden Green Dragons. But one area of concern might be defensively. They held the Dragons to 20 points in that first half. They let them back into it in the second. So I'm interested to hear what Coach Ireland has to say regarding that.
Have to fix that, because if you allow West Hill to beat your defense, they will take advantage of it. You watch some of the highlights of that Ludlow game, and it was defensive letdowns, defensive mistakes, and West Hill feasts on that kind of stuff. They have to play much better defense tonight, these Norwalk Bears, to keep this tight.
Plenty to get to. We'll look around at the rest of the conference slate, including St. Joe's coming off their huge upset win versus New Canaan. We'll see how the Ramps bounce back this week against Danbury, and plenty more. That's all coming up next on FCIAC Tailgate right here on the HAN Network.
Had a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Orthopedics Walk-In Urgent Care gives you direct access to orthopedic specialists fast without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Orthopedics Walk-In Urgent Care can help. Open 7 days a week now at 3 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien, or in the Westport Medical Center at 323 Riverside Avenue, Westport. Go to coastalorthoct.com. Like them on Facebook.
At the office of Dr. David Oshiro of Darien, we provide high-quality and personalized orthodontic treatment in a professional and caring environment. We make treatment fun for our young patients and believe it's never too late to have a healthy and beautiful smile. Call now for an appointment and find out more at droshiro.com.
The leaves are changing, water temps dropping, and the sun is setting a little earlier each day. But there's still a lot of great boating, fishing, and coast time left before we see the first snow. And above all, remember, it's always summer at the Dock Shop. With loads of new fishing tackle and accessories, clothing, jewelry, and home decor, the Dock Shop is just what you need when you start to feel that New England autumn chill. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
I'm Tracy Masella, a licensed clinical social worker at Silver Hill Hospital in New Canaan. Join me each month as we talk with experts on the front lines of the treatment of mental health and addiction. Straight Talk with Tracy, a Silver Hill Hospital production, airs at 12 p.m. on the second Thursday of each month here on the HAN network.
At Pamby Motors, we're not worried about being the biggest dealership. We're focused on being the best. We're dedicated to giving you the best experience we can. The Pamby Motors team is here to help you choose the right Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram in a friendly, pressure-free environment. And right now, during the summer clearance event, you'll find some of our best prices too. Like this lease on a 2017 Ram Quad Cab Express for $149 a month. Visit Pamby Motors, Route 7 in Richfield, PambyZone.com.
City Lacrosse is dedicated to the growth of lacrosse for youth and high school players. Directed by Stanford High head coach Mike Nazaro, we help players reach full potential on and off the field. With an indoor facility in Stanford, we offer year-round training, camps, clinics, and private instruction. Visit ctcitylax.com for more.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
Buchanan Foreign Car. Yes, Buchanan Foreign Car has been servicing all makes of foreign cars for over 50 years. We also buy, sell, and consign cars too. We can help you with all your automotive needs from service to sales. Call us at 203-966-2681.
Back on FCIAC Tailgate here at Norwalk High School in the HA Network. Frank Renito sitting alongside AJ Hall, wide receiver for the Norwalk Bears, and their head coach Sean Ireland. Boys, congratulations, first of all, on the win last week. Coach, let's talk a little bit about that game. 68 points offensively. Yeah. Was that what you guys were expecting coming out of the gate to start the year?
No, we knew we were going to be able to move the ball on them. We thought we were going to be able to score some points on them. But if you told us we were going to score 68, I would have said, all right, I'll sign up. But, that's credit to our offensive coordinator, our offensive staff, and the kids that execute the game plan to perfection.
Well, we'll get into AJ and some of the older guys a little bit more in a second, but let's talk about a couple of sophomores who had big games, starting with Kyle Gordon at the quarterback position. I mean, his first start for the Bears, and he came out and played so well, so efficient, really did a good job as the general of your offense.
Yeah, he was. There's a lot on his shoulders, and he didn't look like a sophomore out there, I can tell you that. He made all the right reads, both on the ground and in the air, and, if he could just keep doing the little things and just not turn the ball over, we'll be okay this year.
And joining him in the backfield, another sophomore, Jakari Walker, who was very efficient on the ground, 15 carries for over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, having those guys back there right now, they're playing well beyond their years through a first week. What does it say as a testament to their hard work this offseason?
I mean, Jakari's another one. They're great. We're lucky enough that we got him. He transferred in during the offseason. And he's been phenomenal. He grew up in Norwalk and he wanted to come back, and we're very happy that he decided to come back.
AJ, let's come over to you now. And we knew you were one of the more versatile players in the conference coming into the season, but a lot of us have seen the film now. We got to talk about that catch week 1. Up there with, without a doubt, probably a top play of the year nominee. What was going on that play?
Well, it was a screen and go, so I had to go. And Kyle put it up. I saw a safety come over the top, and I how to make a play.
Something else, you had yourself a great game, but for you and your teammates, that kind of a win in week 1, you're the second highest scoring team in the conference. What does it say about this team heading into the season?
It definitely shows that our offense could really click. And when it's clicking, we can put up that many points.
Let's look ahead now. Week 2, you guys welcome in West Hill. It'll be your home opener tonight. You played a real tight one last year, losing 12-11. What kind of emotions are the boys expecting coming out here to test a field?
We're definitely expecting a very emotional game. We have a rivalry with this team. They have a rivalry with us. So we just hope that we had a good week of practice, hard week of practice, so we're ready.
You know, West Hill scored 50 points as well last week. Let's take a moment, look at your defense. If you had to pick one of your teammates right now who you think could make a big impact on the other side of the ball, who should we keep an eye out for tonight?
Definitely Marlon Brown.
All right, Coach, I just have one more question for you here. If the Norwalk Bears are going to be successful tonight, you guys are going to walk out of here 2-0. What does your team have to do on the field tonight?
We have to stop their offense. We have to stop their quarterback. We have to stop number 2, their running back. It's just a lot easier said than done. But if we can contain those guys and we don't give up the big play, we think we're going to walk out on top.
Well, gentlemen, I want to thank both of you for taking time with us this afternoon. We'll let you get back to warm-ups, rejoin your team. Good luck out there on the field tonight.
All right, thanks a lot.
Alongside head coach Sean Ireland and A.J. Hall of the Norwalk Bears, this is the HAN Network's FCIAC Tailgate. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back with plenty more pregame coverage from Norwalk High after this.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Jeep Celebration event and Ram Power Days. Now through September 30th.
We know it's your busy season, and that's why Walter Stewart's Market is here to make things easy by offering the best of autumn under one roof. Walter Stewart's Market is your local one-stop fall shop. There are so many seasonal flavors to savor, and Stewart's has them all, from Blue Jay Orchard's local cider donuts to Vermont Farmstead cheddar and all of your favorite varieties of local apples and pears. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, and find us at stewartsmarket.com.
At the Kitchen Center of Connecticut, our showroom offers quality cabinetry and countertops, free consultation with our expert design staff, and affordable pricing. For all other home improvement needs, visit Northeast Building Supply, our full-service lumberyard and window showroom. The Kitchen Center, a division of Northeast Building Supply, 1470 Barnum Avenue, Bridgeport.
Black Horse Garage, we fulfill all your sports car needs. We specialize in manufacturer-recommended service and aftermarket high-performance parts and installation. We have one of the nation's top storage facilities and offer a high-end collision department that understands your need for detail. Visit blackhorsegarage.com for more.
Now teeing off, Paul Miller from Miller Nissan in Fairfield.
Excuse me, Mr. Miller. What about my new Sentra?
Right now, lease a 2017 Sentra S for only $97 a month.
He is never going to retire.
UK Gourmet is the largest specialty grocer in the area, featuring food from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Over 80 teas to choose from and a brilliant assortment of biscuits to go with them. Over 70 cheeses from grass-fed cows, which makes a smashing difference in taste. The creamiest chocolate you'll ever taste using no artificial colors or preservatives. So say hooray for UK Gourmet, 78 Stony Hill Road in Bethel, or visit ukgourmet.us.
In Sports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Registration is now open for our fitness training programs for high school athletes. The In Sports Performance Center is offering blast speed classes, athletic functional movement assessments, and both men's and women's elite speed and strength training. Our premier programs help bring athletes to the next level. Call 203-268-1214 for more information. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to FCIAC Tailgate on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Chaplinsky, and I'm happy to be joined right now by Norwalk High School teacher Kyle Seberg, as well as students in his Digital Media Pathways class, Talon Gutlard and Carlos Navarro. Guys, so happy to have you here.
Well, thanks for having us.
Now, Mr. Seberg, tell us first about this program, Digital Media Pathways. It's brand new this year, right?
It's brand new this year. It's we have 5 teachers and 45 students, a year-long program, and it came out of all of the media studies classes we have in the school. So there's 14 classes that we already teach, and we added 5 new ones from graphic design, film production, principles of journalism, audio design, and just really getting the kids to think about telling their story their way.
And this is, you've kind of done this work in the past with the school, right? So why did you want to kind of bring this new program
Well,
in?
we have a broadcast journalism class, we have a school newspaper, documentary film class, animation, and the kids are really getting that next level. And so this is that next level, and also teaching them real life skills with like Adobe software that they can go in and get a job somewhere, you know, give them that taste to either be in journalism or just whatever they choose to do, give them the skills they need to do that.
And there's a bit of a partnership here with Connecticut Public Broadcasting,
Yeah, we're
right?
still working on developing our partnership with them as far as getting, you know, professionals to help with the training as well. The great thing is it's really a collaboration with the teachers in the building and us being able to team teach the kids and just getting them to really get to that next level of thinking of how to create content.
And now, Talon, what attracted you to the program? Why did you want to sign up, be part of it?
Like the main reason I wanted to was because in the future I might want to go into cinematography or digital animation, and it's just like I feel like it's a good thing to know, because especially the way like everyone's moving to this like technological advanced kind of world, that it's like nice to know these kind of things. Like right now I'm actually like trying to create the logo for the digital media pathway, and so yeah.
That's great. And now, Carlos, what about you? What are you interested in the program?
I'm actually interested in becoming a broadcast journalist for the future. So I thought that by joining the program, this could really open up a bright path for success. And they're really teaching us a lot. And not only is it for journalism, but it's for a lot of other programs such as digital design, principles of journalism, etc. So I think by learning all them skills, you know, we're able to open up the doors to success.
So you might be taking my job in a few years, yes?
Right.
Now, Mr. Seberg, where do you see this program going in the future? Obviously, it's so new. Any kind of hopes and dreams for its growth?
Yeah, I mean, we're continually working on where do we go, planning for growing the number of students in the program, developing the partnership further. I mean, it's kind of an evolution. Like Talon mentioned, we're really having them help us define who we are. We know what we want to teach them, and then giving them the freedom to kind of go beyond. I mean, they're in 3-hour blocks every other day working on a variety of different projects, and even getting them to do things for the school, like consistent posters, logos, different things to outsource to get them to, you know, have a client and answer those questions that you need to.
Now, are you looking for any feedback from the community or from parents about the program?
Always. We just had parents night the other night, so we were giving them, you know, asking for help, resources from them, but also anybody who knows anybody, or bringing in professionals just to talk about all the different skill sets you need, from, you know, setting up an interview to just thinking about what things should look like visually. So yeah, we're always looking for help.
That's awesome. And now, you are also the field hockey coach.
I am.
So I have to ask, how's the season going so far?
So far, so good. I got a great crew. We have a great program from varsity on down to freshmen. They're all working hard. So we just finished practice today. That's why I'm a little sweaty and hot. But
we're all a little sweaty and hot, actually, right now.
Yeah, it's great because it's a group of kids that allows me to kind of switch gears from the classroom, and they're just really committed to what we're doing.
All right, very cool. Well, I really appreciate you guys coming down and talking about the program. I'm sure we're going to be seeing you guys in the future, yes?
Definitely.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
We are going to step out for a break here on FCIAC Tailgate. We'll be back with more right after this.
Manfredi New Canaan is celebrating 3 exceptional years selling Rolex watches and fine jewelry to the Fairfield County community. We appreciate all our loyal clients and look forward to welcoming and helping you discover the perfect gift to celebrate life's most important occasions. Combines the best personalized service with high-tech banking features for our customers' convenience. We pride ourselves on being a strong community partner. You don't settle for average in anything else you do. Why settle for an average bank? Don't just bank when you can bank well instead. Visit mybankwell.com for more.
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Base Star and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
Portofino Restaurant and Wine Bar in Bethel, fresh and simple food is our concept. Owned and operated by brothers Rocco and Louie, Portofino has a distinct and diverse food and drink menu. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Come join us for live local music on Tuesdays and Sundays, Wednesday nights for mouthwatering prime rib, and every Thursday night is ladies' night. Planning a party? All our catering menus are personalized to suit your event and your budget. Join us at the Dolan Plaza, 213 Greenwood Ave, Bethel, and call us at 203-797-8131. Like us on Facebook. Dr. Stephen Molinaro and Peter Healy of Family Practice Dentistry and Laser Dental Care have served Ridgefield for over 22 years. Experienced staff offer gentle drillless techniques, preventative care, and cosmetic procedures in a relaxed environment. Grateful for the community's trust and support through the years, new patients and their families are welcome. Call today.
At Art Play in Ridgefield, we encourage students at a young age to unleash their creativity. Art Play is about hands-on exploration of mixed media, acrylic, and collage for ages 4 to 12. Older kids welcome. Classes meet weekly at Jesse Lee Church, Main Street, Ridgefield. Find us on Facebook at Art Play at Jesse Lee. Whether you're looking for a great test prep program, tutoring to boost your grades, or a blast-off toward the college of your dreams, C2 Education is here to help. There is nothing one-size-fits-all about our programs. We offer customized tutoring and test prep for each student. Call us today at 203-423-3328.
Back at Norwalk High School on the HAN Network, Frank Renito alongside John Kovach for FCIAC Tailgate, getting you ready for tonight's game of the week between the Norwalk Bears and the West Hill Vikings. John, you're going to catch up with Coach Marcuccio and a couple of his players after this block. I just spoke with head coach Sean Ireland and A.J. Hall. And let's start with Norwalk. Obviously, the great place to start is with the impressive play of the stellar sophomores in the backfield.
You've got Kyle Gordon, who we talked about at Grip It and Rip It in July. I mean, this team hung 60 points in the first half. I mean, 60 points in 24 minutes of football is unheard of.
Coach Ireland talked about how impressed he was with Kyle's play and the importance of him continuing to protect the football. When we talked at Grip It and Rip It, what stood out to me out of that sophomore was how the program has put him in a position to be successful. It's a very quick West Coast-like offense. The passes are going to be kept to around 5 to 10 yards. He can't have that football in his hand for more than a second. And he throws the ball to where only his receivers are going to get it. He puts it in the right spot.
Not at all dissimilar to what we saw last Friday night from David Summers at St. Joe's. Throw that short out, the 5-yard out, throw the high percentage completion, build the confidence of your young quarterback, and just chip away and move the ball.
A.J. Hall was on this as well. Of course, he had the ridiculous catch. Most likely going to go down as a top 3 play of the year by the end of the season. Only 81 yards receiving. He had a receiving touchdown, but the versatility on display, he also threw a touchdown as well in week 1. I don't know that there is a better all-around athlete or player right now in the conference than A.J. Hall at Norwalk.
Just an amazing one-handed catch I watched over your shoulder, by the way, by Wick and Turen for West Hill. They're practicing the one-handed catches out there. Hall had a target on his back going into that game. Everybody in the state knows who A.J. Hall is. You know that Hamden went in with a game plan to shut down A.J. Hall. So he put up those numbers. They're impressive. They're not 3 digits apiece, but those are numbers that he put up knowing that the defense spent the whole offseason, once that game was announced, coming up with a way to stop A.J. Hall.
Obviously, there's some current concerns on the other side of the ball. They amassed 522 yards of offense, but they surrender 425, gave up 24 points in the second half. West Hill was no slouch offensively in week 1. They put up 50 on Fairfield Ludlow, John, and that includes 7 turnovers.
That's what amazes me. But if the people I've talked to, if to score 50 points while turning the ball over 7 times almost mathematically impossible. And that game should have been over at halftime. 6 of those 7 turnovers were before intermission. I talked to Coach Frank Marcuccio. They worked on that most of the week, and we'll be talking with them shortly about the work that they've put in.
Now, you look inside the stats. Your boy Noodles going off had a huge game for the Vikings. A.J. Lacona had those 3 interceptions, but I thought he did a very good job at the quarterback position.
They did a lot of things well, and it showed, and they come away with the W against a Ludlow team.
Well, we've got Coach and the boys standing by idly now, so let me ask you one more thought here. What area of this game is going to be the most important? Do you see it being offense, defense, or special teams tonight?
Protecting the ball, no matter who has it, protecting the ball. That's where I am, ball protection.
Turnover margin will represent, you think, the winner in this one?
Turnover margin is going to be crucial to this game.
All right, we're going to step aside here quickly. John's going to hang around. When he gets back, he'll be joined by the coach and a couple of captains from the West Hill Vikings. That's coming up next on the HAN Network's FCIAC Tailgate.
Sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Orthopedics Walk-In Urgent Care gives you direct access to orthopedic specialists fast without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Orthopedics Walk-In Urgent Care can help. Open 7 days a week now at 3 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien, or in the Westport Medical Center at 323 Riverside Avenue, Westport. Go to coastalorthoct.com. Like them on Facebook.
Dr. David Oshiro of Darien, we provide high-quality and personalized orthodontic treatment in a professional and caring environment. We make treatment fun for our young patients and believe it's never too late to have a healthy and beautiful smile. Call now for an appointment and find out more at droshiro.com.
The leaves are changing, water temps dropping, and the sun is setting a little earlier each day. But there's still a lot of great boating, fishing, and coast time left before we see the first snow. And above all, remember, it's always summer at the Dock Shop. With loads of new fishing tackle and accessories, clothing, jewelry, and home decor, the Dock Shop is just what you need when you start to feel that New England autumn chill. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
I'm Tracy Masella, a licensed clinical social worker at Silver Hill Hospital in New Canaan. Join me each month as we talk with experts on the front lines of the treatment of mental health and addiction. Straight Talk with Tracy, a Silver Hill Hospital production, airs at 12 p.m. on the second Thursday of each month here on the HAN Network.
FCIAC Tailgate on the HAN Network. John Kovach with you. I'll be joined again shortly by Frank Renito and Kate Chaplinsky. Right now, I'm joined by West Hill Vikings head coach Frank Marcuccio, as well as Nick Nunez and Noah Klein. Guys, thanks for joining us. Coach, I'm going to throw it to you first because as we were coming on, you got some news that kind of transcends the game of football. And as everybody who steps inside those white lines is part of a brotherhood, I think a lot of people are going to want to hear.
Aaron Pettiford, one of our coaches who played for us, he's a 2015 graduate. Had a kidney transplant today. Mom just texted me just as we were coming on, and she said he's out of surgery. He's doing well, so that's good news.
Hopefully we see him back on the sideline soon. Get well soon, Aaron. We look forward to seeing you. Guys, big win last week. What was the key to putting 50 points on the board?
Well, I think that we've been playing well. We blocked well. We didn't execute all the time well, that's for sure, when you turn the ball over 5 times or 6 times in the first half. But I thought it was an overall good team effort, and it was, what we were hoping to do in the first game.
Noah, that win has to make a lot of the hard work that you guys have done in the offseason pay off. And following you guys, as I have for the past few years, this is a group of players that has really embraced the work ethic and getting it done to get to that next level. How have you held together through that?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Ali helps us out a lot, working hard,
in the weight room, and just keeping the mentality high, making sure everyone's doing their job, and just making sure that we're leading as captains in the proper way, and everyone's getting it done.
Have you seen this team grow and mature in the past few years under Coach Marcuccio as you've adopted that tough postseason, off-season regimen?
Of course, Coach been pushing us since day one, since I was a freshman, to go hard every play, every snap, and he taught us to mature at being man, also on and off the field.
And it shows, Coach, in what you're doing. You have to be happy with the way you guys have progressed.
Oh, I'm really proud of this group. I'm proud of the kids and the way they've bought into our system and what we're doing and what we're trying to do. The coaching staff, Coach DeVellis, Coach Pulley, Coach Owen Sandoval, all of the guys, Coach Ali, they've done such a great job with the kids, setting an example, not just in football sense, but on the field, being a family. We're working out over the summer, and we got coaches picking kids up to get there. We got players picking up kids to get there, kids that have cars. So it's been a total community effort, and everybody's bought into that, which is really, really important.
And that's so important to have that sense of community around a team. Now, getting back to the week in between the win over Ludlow and tonight's game with Norwalk, Nick, what did you guys work on this week?
Well, cut down on turnovers, of course, but execution. That's the most important part in the game, and just get things mentally sound.
Noah, how important was it for you guys to validate all the work that you did by opening the season with a win like that?
I think a win is big anytime you get one, but we don't feel validated yet. We feel like we still have stuff to prove, and we're ready to go tonight.
Sounds like you guys are ready to go. Coach, what did you guys work on during the week in between? Specifically, I'll throw it out there because there's two big numbers out of last week. There's 50 points, which is awesome, and there's 7 turnovers that you and I talked about off the air.
Oh, you're missing one. There's also 15 penalties.
That too.
And we worked on execution, concentration, making sure we take care of the ball, making sure that we don't hold, we don't kick the ball out of bounds, some of those type of things that when you're playing in this league week in, week out, you can't make those kind of mistakes against teams in this league because it's going to come back and bite you.
You guys learn from that week?
Yes, sir.
All right. Guys, good luck tonight. I'm going to let you get back to warm-ups here at Norwalk. We got Frank Marcuccio, Nick Nunez, and Noah Klein. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back with more FCIAC Tailgate right after this.
At Pamby Motors, we're not worried about being the biggest dealership. We're focused on being the best. We're dedicated to giving you the best experience we can. The Pamby Motors team is here to help you choose the right Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram in a friendly, pressure-free environment. And right now, during the summer clearance event, you'll find some of our best prices too. Like this lease on a 2017 Ram Quad Cab Express for $149 a month. Visit Pamby Motors, Route 7 in Richfield, PambyZone.com.
City Lacrosse is dedicated to the growth of lacrosse for youth and high school players. Directed by Stanford High head coach Mike Nazaro, we help players reach full potential on and off the field. With an indoor facility in Stanford, we offer year-round training, camps, clinics, and private instruction. Visit ctcitylax.com for more.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
New Canaan Foreign Car. Yes, New Canaan Foreign Car has been servicing all makes of foreign cars for over 50 years. We also buy, sell, and consign cars too. We can help you with all your automotive needs from service to sales. Call us at 203-966-2681.
Back on the HAN Network, FCIAC Tailgate, Frank Renito and John Kovac. Great to hear the update from Coach Marcuccio there, and then a lot of good stuff as well from him and his players, John.
And we wish Aaron the best. I truly believe everybody who stepped inside that white line is part of a brotherhood, and we're all pulling for Aaron, and hopefully he's back on the sideline soon. And a great breakdown by Coach and his players there of last week's game.
You're absolutely right. It's nothing short of a war when you are inside those lines on that grass, but outside of that, this is a fraternity, and everyone truly cares deeply about everyone else, so that was great news. Let's take a look at the rest of the FCIAC schedule, John. Break down these games. And I want to start down the road, 6 p.m. start. First game under the lights for the Blue Wave. They host Brian McMahon. I don't know that anyone's going to stop McMahon on this night. Or, excuse me, Darien on this night.
Going out on a limb there, huh? No, as much as I love McMahon, I love the program. A.J. Albano's done a great job for years there. I don't see anybody stopping Darien. And then tonight, you've got the first game under the lights. Lights that they have fought for decades to get. There's going to be so much emotion. They're going to be so fired up. I don't see anybody slowing Darien down.
Also, you look at the film from last week. McMahon showed signs of it late in that game against Wilton, but Darien just dominant against Ridgefield. And how impressive was Jack Joyce? Not only passing the ball, but running the football, how capable he was. I think they can get more out of him from the quarterback position in the run game than they might in the pass game.
I think it's a different dimension for them. They now have that running quarterback. The guys up front buy in. We talked to them at Dave Ruden's Ruden Report Media Night. They talk about Darien just reloading. They don't want to hear that they lost anything. It's their time. They're going to go out and get the job done, and I think they will be doing so tonight because they just believe that they reload.
Look for Mitchell Pryor to get going as well. He was held in check against a good Ridgefield front. I think they get him going tonight at home. Next up, let's go to Ridgefield. They travel to Stanford. Tigers and the Black Knights coming in 1-1. How does Stanford bounce back after that heartbreaking loss against Fairfield Ward in week 1?
I don't know. It's a tough one to bounce back from. You'd almost rather lose by 50 points than lose by 1 late like Stanford did. It'll be a test for them, and you've got a Ridgefield team that is coming off of being a state runner-up. They want to show the world that they're not done, that last year wasn't a fluke, and they're going to show up ready. And they did have a little success against Darien moving the ball.
And you know that Ridgefield is aware a loss in the first 2 weeks will not end your season. They lost to New Canaan in week 2 last year, made it back to the state playoffs. They have got St. Joe's ahead on the calendar, but other than that, it is a very winnable docket in the future for the Tigers.
Well, a loss in the first 2 weeks won't end your season. 2 losses in the first 2 weeks might.
And both these teams are in danger of that. Another game with 2 teams that are in danger of falling to 0-2. New Canaan at Danbury. We'll get to the New Canaan story. We've heard all about it all week. But you look at Danbury, tough loss at Trinity. I just don't know that there are enough pieces in place right now. They seem very one-dimensional, and that's fullback dive.
It is. They're just going to run it at you. You're not going to see that much variety. Variety is what's going to lead to success on the offense. They've got a New Canaan team. Yeah, when the guy in front of you hits the hornet's nests, you don't want to be the second guy in the line. That's where Danbury is right now.
Yeah, very tough for the Hatters. The Rams come in. The big thing for New Canaan, John, Drew Pine has got to be light years better than he was in week 1.
He's got to read his progressions. He's got to protect the football. That he did not get stripped and did not fumble last week still defies explanation.
For me, with the Rams, Owen Shin got involved. Quentin O'Connell had a big game. It's the secondary receivers. Where was Justin Greco? Where was Patrick Mesker? I agree, Pine has got to help them out going through his progression, but they need to step up and make an impact. I think the Rams offense can get it going today, but again, it's going to start and end this season with Pine.
No question.
Next up, you've got Trumbull at Fairfield Ludlow. Similar situation again.
Let's go back to that hornet's nest analogy I just used.
I was going to say. Trumbull coming off what might be the worst loss in program history, surrendering 70 and an offense that was held to 6 points after the first quarter. Do you see much different tonight out of that Trumbull offense?
I think they show up a little more deliberate. I think they show up wanting to show everybody that was not who they are. That's not a forever representation of the Trumbull Eagles, and a Ludlow team that I think still has ways to go. I mean, they gave up 50 to West Hill. They gave up 50 to a West Hill team that turned the ball over 7 times and got penalized 15 times.
Scored 27. I think Ludlow is continuing in the right direction, but again, this is a Trumbull team that has state aspirations for this season. By no means are they gone yet, but they've got New Canaan next week. A stumble here, and you're almost all but sitting there at the panic button.
Trumbull's got to go into that New Canaan game 1-1. If they both go in 1-1, that's where they want to be. Nobody's happy being there.
Now, Staples and Wilton tonight, both teams coming off big wins. You remember this game last year, John? They were both sitting there at 3-0, 3-1. Staples rolls 42-6. What do you think about the matchup this season?
I just think that is going to be a tremendous game, and I think it's going to be smash-mouth football all night. I think you're just going to see Staples run their option. You're going to see Wilton with hard-nosed running. You've got 2 offenses that have come into their own. They're hitting stride. This is going to be a heavyweight fight.
It's going to be very difficult. And again, you can't get a read on Staples quite yet. They do put the big number up on Central, but this is a game that Staples has to win. What Staples team is going to show up? Looking ahead to Saturday, you've got Fairfield Ward and, St. Joseph. Interesting matchup there. What are you thinking?
St. Joe's looks, St. Joe's has to avoid the letdown, but I just think that St. Joe's team showed too many weapons for Ward to stop.
Also tomorrow, we'll be at that game, Trinity Catholic and Greenwich. Just a quick thought on that one.
Emotion, but I got to tell emotion on both teams' part, but Greenwich just looked so dominant until somebody stops them. I don't see it happening.
The weekend's game featured teams all at 1-0. We've got West Hill and Norwalk tonight. We're going to get more on your thoughts on that game, plus Kate's uneducated guesses. That's coming up next on FCIAC Tailgate from Norwalk High School on the HAN Network.
Experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Jeep Celebration event and Ram Power Days. Now through September 30th.
Season, and that's why Walter Stewart's Market is here to make things easy by offering the best of autumn under one roof. Walter Stewart's Market is your local one-stop fall shop. There are so many seasonal flavors to savor, and Stewart's has them all. From Blue Jay Orchard's local cider donuts to Vermont Farmstead cheddar and all of your favorite varieties of local apples and pears. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, and find us at stewartsmarket.com.
We know our showroom offers quality cabinetry and countertops, free consultation with our expert design staff, and affordable pricing. For all other home improvement needs, visit Northeast Building Supply, our full-service lumberyard and window showroom. The Kitchen Center, a division of Northeast Building Supply, 1470 Barnum Avenue, Bridgeport. At the kitchen.
At Black Horse Garage, we fulfill all your sports car needs. We specialize in manufacturer-recommended service and aftermarket high-performance parts and installation. We have one of the nation's top storage facilities and offer a high-end collision department that understands your need for detail. Visit blackhorsegarage.com for more.
Back at Norwalk High School on the HAN Network's FCIAC Tailgate. Thank you again to all of our guests today. We look forward to seeing who's in store next week on Saturday from Darien High School when the Blue Wave hosts the Cadets. But before that, we've got to make our picks for this week. Let's start with the Darien game. Kate, Darien hosting Brian McMahon, first game under the lights. Who do you got?
I'm going with Darien. First home game under the lights. I think they're going to win big.
John?
Darien.
No doubt about that one. Blue Wave rolls, make it 27 in a row for the Blue Wave. The Ridgefield Tigers looking to bounce back a loss against a very heartbroken Stanford team. That game at Boyle Stadium. Kate, who do you like in that one?
I think I'm going to take the Tigers on this one.
Ridgefield.
I think Ridgefield gets it done. Closer than many expect, though, as they're still trying to find themselves offensively, John. New Canaan coming off their first season opening loss in over 20 years. They travel to Danbury to take on the Hatters. John, any chance for Danbury in this one?
None that I see.
Kate, your thoughts?
I'm also going with the Rams.
Trumbull at Fairfield Ludlow. Both these teams surrendering over 50 points last week. Who gets it done this week, Kate?
Ooh, I'm going to go with the Trumbull Eagles.
I'm going with Trumbull. They gave up too much, and they want to prove something.
Season is on the line for Trumbull in this game. They have to win, and they get it done. Staples at Wilton tonight, a very interesting game. Unsure of where to fall on this one, just what Staples, what Wilton team is going to show up. Kate, your pick.
I'm going to go with the Wreckers.
I'm having a hard time with this one, and honestly could flip a coin. I'm going to go with Staples because they're the established team, but I'm going to hedge it because I'm going to say it would not surprise me if this is the night that Wilton steps past Staples in the FCIAC.
Just to have a little bit of discrepancy here, I'm going to go with Wilton. I think Bruce Cunningham and Harvey Alexander get it done tonight. That pick goes for Kevin as well. You know he is on Bruce Cunningham's side. Let's go to Saturday. St. Joe's hosting Fairfield Ward. Both teams 1-0, Kate. What do you think?
I'm going to go with St. Joe's on this one.
Johnny.
I'm going with St. Joe's, but I'm going for another long afternoon for Davis Summer because he transferred from Ward, and you know they had this date circled on the calendar.
They get Jaden Sheridan going. St. Joe's big in that one in their home opener. Tomorrow, Trinity Catholic hosts Greenwich. Greenwich coming off the 70-point performance. Both teams 1-0 again.
All right, this is for Dave Stewart. I'm going with Trinity.
Bold.
Very. Greenwich did too many things too well. I don't see anybody stopping them. Till I see it, I won't believe it. Greenwich.
I think Trinity keeps it close early on. There's some bad blood from last year, but Greenwich breaks it open in that middle of the second quarter. They win big. And finally, our game here tonight, Norwalk and West Hill, both teams 1-0 and looking to make that jump to the next level in the conference. It was a 12-11 victory for the Vikings last year. What will happen this year? You'll find out at 7 o'clock right here, 6:45 pregame. Kate, your thoughts on tonight's game?
I think it's going to be a great game, and I'm going to go with the Bears.
Going with that hometown. John, what do you think?
I walked in here expecting to pick the Bears based on home team advantage, home field advantage. When you get word that one of your coaches got a kidney transplant that he's been waiting for, when he's a gentleman who played with some of the kids who are on the field tonight, that's emotion. The most emotional game known to man will unfold tonight. I go with West Hill based on that.
It will certainly be a lot of fun. I think it's an A.J. Hall special teams play. Punt return for a touchdown is the difference in this one. John will be back with me at 6:45 to bring you pregame coverage. Kickoff is right here on the HAN Network at 7 o'clock. That's going to do it for this episode of FCIAC Tailgate. We thank you for joining us. For Kate Japlensky, John Kovac, I'm Frank Granito. We'll see you later on this evening for FCIAC Football on the home of FCIAC Sports, the HAN Network.